Overall, I'll be talking about performance attributes. The 5 attributes I will be talking about are abrasion resistance, air permeability, seam strength, pilling resistance, and fabric drape and hand. Overall, I want to see how it will be a great garment for a skirt. These 5 things are always important when looking at structure and performance, but I'm going to focus just on performance. I read 2 articles. Performance attributes has been proven through years of many experiments and research. Results from a research was shared and shown why the textile world works. One study researched air permeability in fabric such as airbags, parachutes, and tents. In this study, they found that several analytical models for predicting air permeability have been made considering porosity, pore diameter, and pore area. The results shown from after this was shown that his equation was way more accurate than past equations. And using things such as airbags, tents, and parachutes, you need more air permeability. So showing that something can be enhanced in something so complex can be even better for a regular garment and making it more advanced as well. In another article, pilling tendencies increases in polyester content and when raising the heat setting and decreases with increasing singeing speed. This just means that in polyester they see pilling more when heat is raised and when there's a lot of singeing speed. He just did more research about this and kind of tried to prove that this is correct and did a lot of different tests, and this also showed that things are always being tested and making sure that they are still accurate. Both these studies just kind of show a glimpse of how pilling resistance and air permeability are essential in different types of garments. Looking at performance attributes, we need to make sure we have all the following: abrasion resistance, air permeability, seam strength, pilling resistance, fabric drape and hand, and all these things will show that it will make a better skirt. Going more in depth, all of these things did pass in the test, making it an overall good garment. Going more in depth into them, with abrasion resistance, it refers to the ability to resist wear when rubbed against other surfaces. The lining will be rubbed very often because it will be under the dress, showing why it needs to have a high air abrasion resistance. Next, air permeability refers to the rate of airflow via perpendicular area under controlled air pressure differential between 2 material surfaces. This just shows that it needs to have a lot of air going through it because since there is going to be 2 layers, it needs to be lighter. So the lining needs to be a lot lighter than the actual fashion fabric. Seam strength is just how much it can hold without the seam rupturing. So it just needs to have an overall good structure so that it doesn't rupture. So when you are doing day-to-day activities and laundering, it still works. Next, pilling resistance kind of goes hand in hand with abrasion. Pilling resistance refers to the prevention of the ball formation on the fabric surface from tangled fibers resulting from abrasion. So without abrasion, you can't have good pilling resistance and vice versa. So this kind of just speaks for itself. You want to make sure that the lining isn't having a lot of pilling because it's constantly being rubbed against the fashion fabric. Next, fabric drape in hand refers to the sensory feeling of the material through touch. Overall, I think that both need to have a good feel to them because without that, the customer will not want to buy it if it is not soft enough, and that is most important is for the customer to buy them. Like I said, all of these things do pass. So overall, for the fashion fabric, it needs medium abrasion resistance, medium air permeability, seam strength of 130 by 130, 5 pilling resistance, and 2.0 fashion fabric. For the lining, high abrasion resistance, high air permeability, seam strength 90 by 100, 4 pilling resistance, and 4.0 fabric drape and hand. Abrasion resistance, air permeability, seam strength, pilling resistance, and fabric drape and hand are all essential when constructing a garment. Performance attributes will result in how a garment performs from daily activities. Overall, how the garment holds its shape together will show how durable it really is. The testing that was conducted will also prove why certain attributes will work and some won't, and in this case, all of them do work. When the findings of the literature were given, one could see how it relates hand in hand with all of the tests I have done, and we realize that every day things are being researched and enhanced and constantly backed up by tests and experiments. Without these findings, garment performance would have a shorter life expectancy for a user. overall, that is all. Thank you.